Hello, welcome to DK Boljat. I'm glad you're here. I'm working on this little 3.5 by, or is it 3 by 4 inch? 3 by 4 inch is what it is. So 3 by 4. And I started with the clouds in the background in the sky. We did that in the first video. And you can check the my YouTube page and find the first video. And then the second video, we put in some ocean and land, and then the foreground. And I tried to wrap around because this goes all the way around. So I hope you join me for both of those. And if not, you can catch them on the video. You can watch them on the video. So on the palette today, I have unbleached titanium, burnt umber, ultramarine, a little yellow ochre, and hooker's green. And I'll show you those. These are Blick. This is unbleached titanium, right there. And hooker's green, ultramarine blue, and then titanium white, which I didn't even show you that on the palette, but I'll put it on there right now. There we go. Always need probably a little white. There we go. Unless you're making a dark painting. Yeah, I'm glad you're here with me. So I've got distilled water in a little spray bottle that I got off of one of the health websites. I'm trying to remember where I got it, but it's pretty inexpensive. And the brushes that I'm going to use today are a 20-0 fan, a 20-0 round, or this is a monogram liner, but it looks like a round, but it's a monogram liner. And I have a script liner. This one is a number. Go this way. Well, I know it's on here. Anyway, it's a thin script liner, but it's got enough hairs that it'll hold the paint. It's a number 4. It's right there. Number 4. It's got enough that it's going to be resistant to bending. And then I've got a round brush, and this round brush is a Lowell Cornell, and it is a number 6. Yeah. Okay, so I've got those ready. I'm going to make my screen smaller so I can see the image. There we go. And this is at the coast. It's at the ocean, the sea, you know. So we've already got that part in, but what I want to do today is put in the foreground. And it almost looks like there's a little bit of ground out here too, which I'm gonna leave that out. I'm not gonna put it in because it's such a small painting. I don't want to have so many things in there. You know, you're the artist when you're painting something, and it's called artistic license. You can change that painting how you see fit. That is artistic license. Nobody's going to check and see if you did it just like the picture. Well, for one thing, you're not going to show them the reference photo, right? You're not going to be saying, see, this is what I painted. You know, you're not going to do that. You're just going to show them the painting. And yeah, I think that people get caught up in rules when they're painting, and I don't want to encourage that. So I've got it loaded on my script liner, but before I put this on there, I'm going to tap in some of the tree. And so I'm going to load my brush in the green. Let me scoot these over so you don't have these. You can see what I'm doing with the palette. How about that? And I got plenty of yellow ochre there for many paintings. Okay, so I'm going to start painting in where the tree is. And this is a darker green than this background green, and that's by design because it's closer to the viewer. It's going to give the illusion of being closer to the viewer for sure. And I'm just tapping in where that, oh, the cat, excuse me, buddy, where that's going to go, just like so. There we are. I'll make a regular fir tree out here in Oregon with its little arms up, little limbs, not arms, but limbs. Okay, I'll bring that down to the ground. Need more paint. I didn't put the trunk in, but I will. it's not going to be a lot of detail because it's not going to be a straight trunk all the way down. It's going to be parts here and there, not much. And I'm going to have to put highlight on it later. But to start with, I'll just put a little here and a little there. It's really difficult to see because it is the same value as the green, or just a little bit darker. There we are. And I don't have to have it completely touching the ground, but I'm going to put a little bit more closer to the ground. There we go. And then I'm going to continue. So I've got this, and I'm going to lay this in the black. I'm going to continue with the green and put it where I see it. So I see it over here. Now this one I can put in the tree trunk first, and that's going through that black brown, pulling my script liner in through the black brown, and then making that tree standing right here. And it's going to come right in front of that beautiful work we did, all that effort we put into it. It's going to go right in front of that. It is now the subject. The focal point. There we go. I don't know if that's too loud. I can turn it down a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to take and I'll lay down my green brush for now. Get it up the top here because this tree just keeps going. It's going on forever there. So to give the illusion of that, I'm just going to keep it going. There we go. And also on the bottom. Getting more water and paint, going right into the paint, pulling through it. This is blue, ultramarine blue, and burnt umber. And I'm just painting the bottom part of this little canvas. We'll add branches to it later. It'll be fine. There we go. And there's one right about here. Comes out to about, yeah, this is about not even a third. And then this one comes out to about here. There we go. And off the top. Doesn't have to be straight. In fact, sometimes it's better if it's not straight, because trees in reality, they're not, in nature, they're not going to be straight. Nobody went out there and trimmed them or put a stake to make sure they grew straight. They're going to grow wherever the light's hitting them and where they're able to grow. There we are. So I do notice that it has a big lump in the center of it. I can take that out. And I've shown you how to do that before. I don't know if I'm going to use this little guy. I could try it. This little monogram liner. The background's dry, so I'm not going to pick it up. I'm just going to coax this paint to move. And I want to make sure I don't get yellow ochre on my shirt, so I'm going to turn this a little bit more. There we go, so I don't get my arm in there. And again, I'm going to flip it upside down to get the right angle. Coming in from this side. There we go. Again, rinse, dry. I'm getting all the water off the brush. We don't need a pool of water on here. But it's coming right off of the background. It won't stick on that part. Unless I leave it today and say, oh, I'll get to it later. I don't want to do that because then it's going to still be there. And it will be nearly impossible to take it off there. It dries like plastic. Okay, we have one more tree in this picture and I'm going to put it in. I'm going to grab more of the black and brown. And I'm going to come just to the side of this tree here and put in this trunk. Get a little more brown because I think I got a bit too much blue. There we are. And we'll put highlight on here too. Yes, and across the top. It needs to have its top on there. I hope you're painting with me. If not, you know, that's okay too. Just enjoy the video. But if you are, let me know. Love to hear it. In fact, I like any positive comments I get on here. And I appreciate them. Okay, so I'm taking the script liner and I'm taking a little bit of the brown and I'm going to pull through some of this unbleached titanium white, which is just called unbleached titanium. And I'm going to make the highlight on the side of the tree. I'm pulling through, but I'm not going to make this perfectly mixed together. That's not going to look real. But I'm going to come over here on the side and put in this color, which is a lighter brown. Yes. There we are. I left a little gap. I can fix that. Just let the tree grow out that way. Get a little bit of brown on here. I'm going to go right between them. It would be the transition color from the black to the brown to the light brown. There we are. A little bit more brown. There we are. I'll rinse that off. Well, enough anyway. And I need to pull that. So right now we have stripes of paint. I need to pull it. So I'm going to get a knife. Any of the paint knives that look like this shape will work just fine. And without really dragging or putting too much pressure on it, I'm going to just take and pull across. I don't want it to bring back the background. So I'm just going to pull that color into it. It's still going to look like highlight on there. There we go. Very nice. I'm going to call that one good. I'll just leave that there. All right. And I'm going to go the other direction as well. I need to flip it over to do that. This is the paint knife. Grabbing the black. Pulling towards the center. So it's not a stripe of paint there. And also it's not going to leave the texture on it. Although there might be texture on that tree. Yeah, I'm going to get some on the bottom too. It's going to go back to regular. The upright. There we go. And I see a little gap where I've pulled the color completely off. I can fix that right there. It could be light hitting it right on that side, but I'm not gonna leave it. The other thing is I don't have to be concerned about it being perfect because we're gonna put in some branches right now. Same script liner. I'm pulling through the yellow ochre. No, let me rephrase that. I'm pulling through the brown first and then the unbleached titanium. Oh, he's gonna lay on the computer. No, don't do that, buddy. How about if I just put this right in front of you? There we go. Yeah, that works. I'll put a limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Just put it out there. Just the tip. I'm just using the tip to put that limb in. And there's one right here. And this one looks a little stiff, like it's not real. I'm gonna take that, crop it down. And I'm gonna use a Q-tip to do that. Why not? Q-tips work really well. Pulling towards the color. I'm gonna take off what I wanna take off and then we'll make another, maybe another direction in that limb. It's kind of gonna go up maybe. Depends on what was blocking it when it was growing. We'll put some more limbs on there. There we go, on the side. And some have broken off because of the wind, you know, at the coast. Some will break off of there. There we go. And I can't, you know, I have other students that I work with, and I have to say, it's very important what you're thinking when you're painting. Meaning, it's very important, meaning your mind needs to be open to the possibility that you're going to be able to do this. It's going to look great, you know? It needs to be open to that possibility, because if it's not, you might struggle more than others. I think positive in my mind when I'm working. I don't let myself think negatively, because that doesn't get you anywhere. And I think I've mentioned it in other videos before. Now where's that other branch? It comes down lower, right here, and then it's going to go on out. Are we going to see it very much? Not really. That's okay. It's good enough. Going in the brown and the black again. And I'm looking for other branches to put on here. I think that looks pretty good for that tree. This one has totally lost all of its branches. It's got a few little nubs up here where it had branches. Something happened. There we go. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm going to put in a few little other trees that are in here too. There's some like right here, just little guys. They're further away. They're not as close, up close and in our face as these guys. Here we are. I'm turning that down just a little bit, just in case. It's like a third of the way down. It should be fine, I hope. Okay, so I've got that one, and I'm going to put in some other ones out here, as Bob Ross called them, as little friends out here. We'll put some other ones out here as well. And there's a lot of water in my paint, so I just need to get more paint on the brush. Don't have to worry about it being really thin, because I don't have to focus on it being thin. What's going to happen, it's going to stick anyway. It's going to be fine. Thin paint sticks on a thick paint, but we don't have to worry about that here. It is, or even be concerned about that, is what I'm trying to say. So these guys also have highlight. I'm going to pull through the unbleached titanium. Come up to the side of this and pull through it. There we go. There's the light hitting it. Same here. And then I need to do it on the big trees too. Pulling through the unbleached titanium and brown. I've got a little bit of brown on my brush. I come up side of this one. Make a little highlight part. Those little guys, the ones I just did, I don't even need to blend them with the knife or pull the knife in, because they're so small. It just looks like highlight. There we go. And on the bottom here. Yeah, very good. Okay, so that's good. I'm gonna brush this with a brush. These guys, this is all good, and the little branches are good. You've got a little bit of light on you. I think you're fine. Let's give it more. This is like straight unbleached titanium. I'm gonna get it mixed with a little bit of brown. There we are. Okay. Good. So I'm gonna blend that line before it dries, and I've got my little monogram liner right here, and all I need to do is damp. I don't have a lot of water. It's not dripping. Did I do it on the top here? I didn't. I can do that later. Okay, I'm going to pull between the two colors. So I just laid that lighter color. I'm going to just pull this damp brush between the two colors. doing it till it starts moving the paint. Well, it moved the paint there, right off the ocean. It's okay, we can put it back. It's not a problem. There we are. As soon as it starts moving, I stop. It starts blending between the two colors. Right here, we got a little stubborn patch. We'll get that to move. And worst case scenario, if I don't get it to move, I can always mix a little bit of it with the brown and make the color that's in between the two. Which is burnt umber and a little bit of unbleached titanium. There we are. And anywhere I need to fill it in, I can fill it in with brown. I've got that script liner brush. It's got a lighter color on it. I wipe it off. Go through the brown again. It's got brown and unbleached titanium in it, which is kind of an off-white white. And that was a mistake. And we are not, I don't sit there and go, because it's easy to fix. I'm going to continue, well, you know what, I'll take off the paint as I can. I mean, it could be a broken off branch, but I'm going to wet down the monogram liner and come in here and pull that till it goes away. Just come towards it. There we go. Just pulling that paint off of there. There we are. There we are. All done. Put your back right. Okay. One more tree to do. That's to get the highlight on it, and then we got green to do on it. See how far we get today. I'm going to just go with unbleached titanium, burnt umber, and start putting that on this side of the tree where the light's hitting it. And it really came off in there. We can fix that. There we go. Okay, I have some of this one too because I didn't get to that. All right, and I'm going to clean this up. The easiest way to do that would be with Q-tip. Wetting it down and pulling up or down into it. Let me see here. It's like magic. This will pick it up, the dry end will pick up the rest of the paint. I can paint that little amount over if I need to, or I can add brown on it where it's kind of smearing into the middle. There we go. All right, that works. Go back the right way. Got the script liner. It's pulling straight down. I'm going to get some brown so I can blend that center color. These trees are going to get bigger. They're too thin because they're close up to us. Easiest way to do that would be to put more of the black color on the left hand side. This guy is going to be just a little bit bigger. Take off the excess water from that. There we are. Okay, I'm going to go back in the black and a little bit of burnt umber and ultramarine. Yep. getting more black. I pick it up and I just noticed my glove must have had some black on it. I'll clean that off. That would be with a wet Q-tip. I need to do it today because if I don't do it today, it will be like plastic on there. It's going to glue on there and it's going to be something I'm going to need to paint over, and I don't want to do that. So I'll fix it with a wet Q-tip. There we go. And make sure my fingers are not going to go on anything wet. I'm going to clean that off. That's from my glove having a little bit of black on it without me realizing it had it on there. You know, and I could also put in a tree on this side, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it open like that. It'll be between trees. There we go. This one needs to be bigger as well. The middle one's kind of scrawny. It's okay. You can't help it. I think the other two were taking up light, maybe. Okay, we're going to put that in. Still using the script liner. Make sure my gloves are clean before I pick it up. I'm just adding it to the top too. And these are going to be ones that I'm going to bring down to Cedar and Stone and Sherwood. It's a little store. It's a little gift shop. I love it. It always, you know, it's a perfect shop for finding what you need if you have to get a gift for somebody. Anyhow, I'm going to bring them down there to start with. And as time goes on, I'll put them on my website, but not today. Okay, so I've got more little guys that I can put in here that are growing further down. And I'm going to put one right here. Little trees. A little bit brown. There we are. And then there's also grass on here. I'll get that later. I'm going to put one here. I don't want this to be the tree that's in the background. It's just going to be another tree. Let's put the base on it. It needs to have a little bit of highlight on it. Pulling through the unbleached titanium. Looks like I accidentally snagged a little bit of green. It's okay. You know, green is all right because green is in brown. Red and green make brown. You're not going to mess it up if you accidentally get green on there. Besides, it's the tree. I'm going to get some brown too. Pulling through the burnt umber. Rinse that off. I'm going to get some more black, which is burnt umber and ultramarine. And make the edge. It's in the shadow. There we are. It's got a lot of blue, so that's looking pretty blue. I'm going to grab some more brown, go right over it. There we are. And I need to rinse this off. I'm going to see if I can blend it with this guy too. I usually use the little guy, but I'm going to, a little monogram liner. I'm just going to pull across the center where the colors are coming together. I am so glad you joined me today. Next video, I'm going to do the foliage on the tree. It's going to be the pine needles. We'll paint those in. I need to bring this, I need to give this tree a, put it on a diet. Here we go. We're going to take off part of it. Right there. Anything you paint in the same day and try to take it off, it should come off. No problem. Just don't give up. Okay. So I see a couple of branches I could put in today and then call it done. But this one goes behind that tree, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to not hit that tree. I might need to tape it off later and then finish painting this. But I'm just touching it with a fan brush with green on it and putting in foliage, or the pine needles. Yeah. And at the coast, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but they're kind of sparse at the coast. They don't necessarily have a lot of pine needles on them. Tap in here, tap in there. I am gonna call her done for today because I have somewhere I have to go. So I am so glad you joined me today. And come back and watch the next video with me, and we should be able to wrap this one up, no problem. It's got some green. We're gonna put green in there and a little bit of grass in the foreground, sort of a dry grass. But yeah, I'm gonna rinse these off. Thank you for hanging out with me while I'm painting, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And please if you like it, please like it, and then also subscribe to my channel. It's at Boljat. Yeah, and I will see you in the next video. God bless you, my friend.